Hello and welcome to the 121st episode of the Gochuucast. And this week, I want to start us off. I've got some bad news, guys. So
Uh-oh.
last week we talked about my path to the $700 Terran SOU, but
Oh, okay.
Okay.
the
You did not
Falcons
win.
and the
Yeah, you did not
Bengals have
win.
screwed me over. I went 14-2
Oh,
in my pick'ems, and those
uh-huh.
two shitters I was very confident about winning because they were playing two
Ooh.
bum teams in bum positions,
Was
and
that
they
just win straight up for
uh
them? Or was it a cover?
I needed Falcons to cover. I needed, but I probably needed them both to cover. I can look. I guess I might have taken Bengals money line on one of them. Actually, no. I think I took Bengals money line because they had their spread was like -7. I don't fuck with those. So unless
Hmm.
it's like a dog shit team versus a god team. So yeah, I just needed the Bengals to win. I needed the Falcons to cover -3, and neither of them did that. So
Well, my Steelers are too powerful, bro. You wouldn't get it.
14 and
Six
2
field
in
goals, bro. Six
pick. I
field
was
goals.
so
You
fucking
said
mad,
you
dude.
wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
It's
you wouldn't
like
get it, bro.
literally tens of thousands of dollars if those outcomes are just different.
Yeah. Well,
It's very
Chris Boswell, the
unfortunate.
second best kicker in the league
How do
for
you
the
lose
Steelers.
to someone who doesn't
Go,
score a single TD? Like, it's
bro.
diabolical.
The
It
Boz, bro. The Boz is six field
infuriates
goals,
me.
bro.
I should have a Terran SOU in my room somewhere right now.
I'm sorry.
Right now, at this
Right
second.
now.
Already shipped.
Already. It should be here. I should be, like, probably $20,000 richer, but no.
Yeah.
It was all taken away from me. I got
Yep.
everything else right. The spreads, the money lines, everything else except for those. And those were ones I was feeling confident about.
Yep. Well,
That's the part where it feels bad is when it's like
If it's like something I
the
was
ones that
like
you
fifty
weren't
fifty
worried
on or
about.
something, I'm like, okay, then I understand, like that's just how this goes. But when it's like, oh, the Steelers are missing their starting quarterback, their offense sucks wee wee,
okay.
and the
To be fair,
Falcons
To be
have
fair,
like
it's not
a
much difference
really
between Russell
good
Wilson
offense
field.
on
Is there that much of a
paper,
difference? Not
you
really.
know.
to be fair, the Steelers don't have a real starting
Yeah,
quarterback to
it's
begin
like
with.
through the same,
Exactly,
like
but like Justin Fields, like he's not on a he's on
I
his
know.
second team for a reason, you know.
Yep, yep.
And then the Bengals definitely that should piss me the fuck off. The
Now
fucking
Bengals week
the
one
Patriots have a
was
new
like
head coach, a new quarterback. The entire offense sucks ass, and somehow the Bengals couldn't do anything. So they traded away one of their star players on defense.
I don't really understand the because I haven't paid that much attention to football lately is part of it. The fall of the Bengals from being what 3 years out from a
well,
Super Bowl appearance.
Joe Burrow gets injured. He got injured for a good portion of last year, so he was
Yeah, is
out.
he just an injury guy?
But to be fair, he was like 5-5 when he was a starting quarterback. I don't know. It's just, I mean, I still think they're a good
I
team, but
think
it's
just a
just,
lot of people on their team are kind of injury bugged.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Gotcha. Like
Jamar
if they were
Chase, T
totally
Higgins.
yeah.
healthy.
I mean, they're
They're probably
still
still
they
good.
can be an iffy team. So like they've started off like a few years like very slow,
Yeah,
and then they like ramp up and then go
yeah,
places. But
yeah.
uh,
Bengals week one is like
they're a very
tails old. As
inconsistent team.
yeah, and they're cursed. So that organization is I don't know. They got some issues.
Yeah, they got talent. They just
The Bungles, bro. It was messing up.
yeah. I did take the Bengals money line. That's infuriating. There actually is one I took all money lines and I fucking had the Falcons and the Bengals on there instead of and none of it was all the games I felt confident about. I just took the money lines on
Yeah.
them, and so it's just a devastating thing there.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'll let my guy Mike Tomlin know you ruined
Yeah, let him
his
know
chance
that
to
his
be popular.
record of going 9-8, like or like above 500
Yeah.
or not below at least every
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
it does not matter as much as my bank account.
Right. True, true, true.
Hey, but you know what? We're off to a good start this week. I have two parlays where I took the Bills spread and they won, so
Yeah, let's go.
I feel
All
very
right.
confident about all the games this week, which means I
I
will lose one.
my fantasy football team's doing pretty well.
I'm not doing fancy this year, but yeah.
Mine
I
depends on the team.
I mean, I didn't have like a crazy week one, just a pretty solid win. So Saquon Barkley.
Let's go. The goat.
Yeah,
And the
Saquon
Dallas
in
defense.
mine. I played Saquon in another one, and it's one of the ones that matter too. I lost in both of the league, or 2 of 3 of the leagues that matter.
How many leagues are you in?
Uh, including my dynasty, I'm in 1, 2,
See, I
3,
have
4,
one.
5 leagues,
It's too much
and
for
then
me.
Pick'ems as well. But Pick'ems, like, literally, I look at the matchups and I just select.
To be fair, I
wins.
used to do fantasy like that, so just
I'm not all of them are
post
paid though. Like 3 of them are paid.
yeah. Post COVID, I'm just not into football quite as much.
Mhm.
I'm sure those two things are related, but it was just the year off of football and becoming an adult. And like I work on Sundays most of the time, right? So it's not like
Yeah,
I can watch
it's
football
hard.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it hard if you can't watch it live. I know some people watch highlights, but it's just not. It's not the same. It's not the same.
I watch like if I have free time and it's on, I just happen to be looking for something to watch, I'll turn it on. I enjoy it.
Right.
I'm off to a good start in a couple, like, just off the Thursday game. I'm playing my uncle in one league, and he has
True.
2 Buffalo receivers. He chose the one that got 0 points to start instead of the one that got 10,
Nice.
so that's cool. And then in my dynasty, yeah, it's funny because last week one of my friends changed his team name to fuck Tua. I don't remember why. I think he just like
Oh
started off
no.
bad or something, and so he changed it. And then this week Tua like died, and so
Yeah.
I
very
feel so
fitting.
bad for him. I just
I think he needs to retire at this point.
that's what I was
Like
thinking, but
he's
it's a very hard decision when something you've been doing your entire life. But
I
yeah, I
agree.
mean,
Yeah, the
yeah.
first thing
I mean,
his
didn't Teddy Bridgewater like just talk about this recently? Because he
Oh
retired
yeah, a lot of
fairly young
players like
too.
yeah,
retiring
he had
early is like
like definitely
yeah,
different injuries.
yeah,
I guess like the difference between him and Tua is Tua has like a lot more money to miss out on than Teddy, but
true.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
still made a fuck ton. Like he has
Yeah,
a life changing amount of money.
yeah,
Um, and so I mean the first thing his coach told him was like you're the starting quarterback of your family, so just hang in there and then we can talk.
hmm
Yeah.
So I mean it's very touchy situation for him.
for sure, for
But
sure.
yeah, I had something else I was gonna talk about, and now I don't remember it. So that's cool.
I guess I can talk about a little bit. I've been reading more JJK. I'm on like was it chapter 14 or
It was.
something? I forget. Yeah.
It's funny because your definition of I've been reading more is like, yeah, I read 10 more chapters.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like
I mean,
Daniel
yeah,
and I,
I'm reading
we
slow.
come
I'm reading
back
slow.
and we're
I'm slow.
like,
I'm slow. I'm slow. But
oh,
like,
we read like half a
I know.
series.
Yeah, I know. I know. I cannot binge.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a
That's
I just
fair.
like
big binge
I
reader.
read it when I'm like walking or something, and that's like kind
It's
of it.
just such a funny comparison
I
because
know. I
I'll
know.
be like, hey guys, I did nothing this week, one week, and the next week I'll be like, yeah, guys, so I read
I
the
just finished like
entirety of Kaiju number 8 that was out, for example.
yeah.
Is there
Also
a new
like
chapter out for that?
is there?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm up to date with what I last knew was out, but now that I think, yeah, there is a new chapter for it. And I say, now that I think about it, I think this was chapter week.
Hmm. But yeah, it's yeah, it just feels really like I don't know. Um, I mean, it could just be me, but you mentioned it PK last time, but it was like it's kind of feels kind of hard to follow the fights a lot of the time.
You're
But
feeling like that 14 chapters in. I got some
yeah,
news
no,
for
I
you.
know. I'm sure this is like not even
Me who
a
gave
little
up
bit.
on even trying to understand like
Yeah, at some
what's
point,
happening.
at some point,
Yeah,
it was just in my brain. I was like, okay, Pog fight happening here. Let's move forward to dialogue.
right.
Mental note, I'm sure this looks great in his head, but to
Yeah,
my eyes, I do not comprehend what is always happening.
yeah. Um, I I think yeah, I think I would just maybe I just need to watch the anime. I don't know. It just feels really hard to follow it through art or text or whatever. It's just
I mean, honestly, I would say like read, and then if you're confused about a fight, just watch the
oh, that's a
like
good idea.
watch specifically that fight.
That's so obvious. Like it's true. Yeah. Fair.
Because reading's gonna be quicker than watching
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But if you really want to understand the fight, like you're that confused, you probably could just find like a 10-minute clip of the whole fight and be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, that's and then I've just been keeping up with Delico's Nursery, and I'm a couple episodes
Isn't
behind
that I think I saw Delico's Nursery, it's like taking a break until part 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I finished. Is it really? Okay, hold on, because I finished episode 6, which um
Wait, what are we talking about?
Like Delico's
Delico's
Nursery
Nursery.
is taking like a
Like,
break because
Ah,
it's gonna have like a part 2 or something, and so it's gonna take a break. Then part 2 airs, or Act 2 is what they call it.
Oh yeah, starts second part on October 16th. Okay, that's
Yeah,
that
episode
sucks. What the
7
heck?
is well, you got
That's
time to you got time.
yeah. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I guess I'm done with it for now. I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
kind of
October is not that far away. It's like a little break.
yeah. It's a month, but yeah, it's fine. But okay, that was disappointing. Kind of wanted to keep watching it, but whatever. It's fair.
Well, in that case, I got news for you. The way ReZero's doing it is gonna be somewhat similar to this. They're gonna
Remind
have
me again.
8
I mean,
episodes of season 3 to start us off in the fall. Obviously, there's
hmm,
the hour and a half one, and then there's gonna be another 8
yeah.
episodes. That's I think it's February is when that starts.
Oh shoot. Okay, that's
So it's like
unfortunate.
a split core. I mean, it's technically like 19 episodes, so it kind of makes sense. But
Okay.
I'd rather that if we're gonna be getting more episodes as well after that, so I'd rather them just not like collapse. That'd be cool.
How many are in the first? You said the hour and a half, and then
Hour
how
and a
many?
half, and then 7 more after that. So it's
Okay,
eight.
okay,
It's
that's
8
fine.
and
Yeah,
8 split. So
that's fair. Okay, so it's like pretty similar. Yeah, 19. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. I mean, that's disappointing, but I guess it kind of makes sense if the first episode is going to be that long. Just
I've waited 4 years. I can wait a little.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can wait a little longer.
Oh, but the thing is, like, you've waited so long, you kind of want to see everything. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, definitely would. It'd be great if like we just waited like I don't know another year, and then they're like, all right, here's season 3, and it's just literally all of Arc 5 and 6 all at once. That'd be
Right.
awesome. But that's not how it works. So
For sure. For sure. Oh well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and God knows how long the break between end of season or Arc 5 and Arc 6 will be, because they'll finish those second batch of 8 episodes. We haven't heard anything about more episodes afterward, which I imagine we'll probably get like
Oh.
maybe during Anime Japan or something next year.
Okay. Well, I'll yeah. I mean, I'm excited for ReZero. I wish I could watch all of it in one, go,
Yeah.
but that's whatever.
It'd be like that. I did remember what I wanted to talk about, and it involves this list here I made. This is back in
oh,
July when I made this.
Oh right.
This was like the start of the
yes.
season. So there's an imposter on this top 10 list
Uh
that
oh.
I've determined after a while. I mean I say
We were
that, but
talking about this.
I haven't watched the
Yeah.
ones at the very bottom from 8 to 10 in a little bit. But number 6 on this top 10 list I made all the way back at the start.
Oh no.
Guys, I think Alia might be mid. I'm just after is it 10 or 11 episodes? After 11 episodes, I one more left in the chamber. I've determined this show might be not good.
Oh.
Or
Feel
like
like I
mid
kind of felt
at
this when
best.
I was watching the first episodes I've seen. It kind of feels like a decent read, but maybe just like an anime of all time. I mean, to be fair, the only person I know who has read it is Mars, and he even says that he doesn't necessarily think it's that good. He just enjoyed it.
Alright.
Okay.
I think he might be the only person I've seen say they've read it and then like continuously enjoyed it, because at some point a lot of readers seem to have like turned on the series because it like dragged
I
for too
mean,
long or
maybe, yeah, I
something.
was gonna say, maybe when he hears this, he'll tag me and be like, no, 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 don't misunderstand me. I think he said, I'm pretty sure he said he read it He generally enjoyed it. Didn't think it was peak fiction or anything like that.
Yeah, I've seen his favorite character actually compared to world
Well, I have
dictators.
also seen
Um,
that, which is interesting. I don't know for why.
yeah, I mean, I think I know why actually, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
But yeah, I
Fair.
mean, I don't know. Haven't heard a lot of good things, and I can kind of see why now, because I can't think. I don't think I care. I think after 11 episodes, I've determined I just don't care about
Germany, you don't
don't
care anymore.
anything that's happening. Like the main character, he's kind of. I don't think he passes the Planck test from Ed, Ed and Eddie. Like I think I could replace him with Planck from Ed, Ed and
Oh,
Eddie, and
right. Yeah, I
we
remember you
would
mentioning that.
be in
Yeah.
about the same position as we are now.
Hmm.
Um,
That's not a good sign.
his sister is like the only interesting character, and that's just because she's unhinged. And then yeah, I don't know. Like the only discussion I see about the show is, oh, here's a fan service scene, and then oh, here's Yuki going Gremlin mode again, and then that's it. Like no one gives a fuck about anything else that's happening. I just think that
Yeah.
if you're gonna be having this slice of life, I don't know, they're taking them. It's taking itself too seriously. I think the banter is where the show kind of shined at the start, and then it got into like the
And it's
actual
kind
like
of losing that.
yeah, it
Yeah.
started like, well, let's get into the plot. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the plot. Are you kidding me? Like, literally, it's just the plot is just the classic anime takes the student council like way too seriously type of thing. And so yeah, I've just kind of lost my interest. I just don't care. I'm not bored throughout the episodes, but I get to the end of the episodes and I'm like, I've gained nothing. I've determined that I just don't. I don't. I don't like the
You're not
show.
that invested. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of events invested. I am ready to get off this train, and it's probably gonna get a season 2 at some point, and so
Oh no.
I'll have to make the decision: do I care enough to keep going? And the answer might be maybe, but uh, we'll see.
We will see.
It's a very unfortunate trajectory.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I probably just need to continue it to really have an opinion. Various clips and stuff I've seen from it have kind of given me the feeling that it's like it feels like it's lost where it was, but I also haven't watched it myself to be able to say that, right? It's just
Yeah.
things I've seen. I'm like, what?
And my knowledge comes from
That's what we're
Twitter
doing
posts. And
now?
I don't know. That's like, uh, yeah. Twitter is not exactly the best place because it's all just like corny gifs, stuff like that. So I can't, I can't say one way or the other. But yeah. Um, one other thing. Oh, like one thing I saw. Okay, hold on. Let me find the. Give me a second to find the actual date of this one. October. Okay, so have you guys heard of this? Like, okay, well, I mean, you guys all know Beyblade, right? Like the
yeah,
Yes.
show slash games, right?
yes,
With like the. Okay, like, have you guys heard? I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, there's like a huge. Because the reason I'm mentioning this is because I saw there's um like the Beyblade X anime, and I was just browsing like different shows that were airing currently and stuff like that. And there's like a huge like movement to like get people to start, not get people, but like a lot of people are starting to play Beyblade like recently. Like I don't know why, but like
Yes.
it's suddenly like it's gotten huge.
Hasn't it been a while since the last? Well, for one, it's just how the world works.
Yeah,
Is
I think
I think it's
there's a
been a
rule
while since the
change.
last like big Beyblade series.
I could not tell you the
Yeah,
last time I've seen Beyblade like
Like
anywhere.
I think the franchise is also trying to kind of like push again.
yeah. So there's like a lot of people like actually starting to like play play Beyblades competitively, which sounds kind of weird, but um I think
But
there's like a
it's
change.
like
Yeah.
all of those types of fads just randomly like pop up
Yeah.
again as someone with enough influence remembers something like Beyblade and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what if I got a bunch of people that also have influence? Because there was like a bunch of content creators that did some like Beyblade tournament or something
Yeah, I think there's like a
recently.
change that allowed like adults to play Beyblade competitively or something like that. There was like an age restriction that was lifted, so like a bunch of people that were like in their early 20s or like late teens are like starting to get into it. That's what I've heard. I don't know like the full thing, but like that's what I've heard, that like it's really like reignited like a lot of people's like um you know
It's
starting to
such a
get into
funny
the
thing
yeah.
because like we have adult Beyblade already, which is the fucking like battle robot shit. I don't know if you remember that. Um,
I don't think so.
the
Like,
battle robot fat. It was when I was in like
wait, is this like
middle
the
school,
battle
high
bot
school. That
thing
was a
on
thing.
YouTube? Like,
Like real like engineers and scientists making like robots to battle each other. Like
yeah,
a
yeah, I've
full
seen those
like
videos on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the battle bots, dude. Those are sick.
That's just adult Beyblades.
That's true. That is actually Loki kind of adult Beyblade, like Loki.
Um, yeah. I mean, to me, it's just another like people are getting back into this because it's nostalgic and someone
For
with
sure.
enough influence to like get it back in the public eye got it back in the public eye,
Yeah,
which is not
that's
a bad thing, right?
no, it's cool.
But it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, I'm sure it will be like a short fad, and
Yeah, it's
then
possible. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like anything, it could just be like a short term thing. I'm just like, bro, like a bunch of people like that I play Yu-Gi-Oh with, like they like all got into it. Like I don't know why. And there's like a freaking Beyblade meta because there's like different types of blade, like the Beyblades, and like each one
which
is
is
good against
crazy
another.
to
It's like
me.
insane, like Loki.
Do they like match up against each other?
Yeah,
Well,
like
is
I
there
haven't
like a
seen any
science
competition,
behind
but I know a
this?
lot of people. Yeah,
If I have a C-type Beyblade, do I have the edge against an A-type
I
or
don't
some
know.
shit like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Was the
Um,
Beyblade anime good?
I don't know. I mean,
You know,
what?
I ever since I tried to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which we talked about, funny enough,
Yeah,
last week. Um, I like think about some of those old nostalgic shows for me, and I'm like, were they good or was I just a kid? Beyblade definitely falls into the category where I'm like, it could go either way. I
did
could
you watch
believe the
Beyblade as a
Beyblade
kid?
anime being good. I definitely watched Beyblade as a kid.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it, but
I
I
know I
remember playing it.
watched the original season.
Yeah. What did it air on in the US? What
I think it was the not 4 Kids. I mean, it might have been 4 Kids,
yeah, like
but
what is it, PBS or whatever? I don't know.
one of those like
Yeah.
random aside channels.
Yeah. I just don't remember it, but yeah. I mean, I knew it like existed. It was just not
The
something
only one
that
I know I watched was the original. I'm sure I've seen bits of other ones. Like I'm pretty sure I've seen parts of Metal Fusion and like the kind of like second Beyblade series, I guess, as far as I know. But
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen any of them. I didn't even. I mean, now I know obviously, but at the time I didn't even know. Like for the past 20 years, I didn't even know there was like a you know second multiple seasons. But yeah, I found out just recently that it was like it's like a 700 plus episode like series. Like okay, like
yes,
crazy. Yeah,
all of the like all the card games and shit
yeah,
like that, they all have their
for
like
sure.
Sunday morning anime series
Yeah,
that just goes on for a long time. I
yeah.
mean, how many episodes do you think Bakugan has?
I don't even know. Probably a
And
thousand.
Bakugan was like, there's a new Bakugan?
There's a new
There's
No,
Bakugan.
this is
No.
no. This looks different. No, it's the same. It's a new Bakugan, but it's like different. This came out in 2020, or yeah, 2023. It just ended in January. Anyway, um, 52 episodes of the original Bakugan, 52 episodes of New Vestroya, 39 episodes of Gundalian Invaders, 46 episodes of Mechanics or Mectanium Surge. So there you go. About 200 episodes of Bakugan.
okay. I
I remember
I
watching
heard that the
Bakugan. I don't
Bakugan.
remember anything about it though. I just know that I watched it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
collected Bakugan. I'm not gonna front.
I
I mean,
I've
yeah.
seen them. Like,
As
yeah,
a kid, I did all of that shit. I brought my Beyblades to school.
I did
We had
that.
our own.
Yeah,
We had our hidden
we got
Beyblade.
those banned from school. I feel like we've probably talked about
Yes,
this
A
at
lot
some
of,
point.
we've definitely talked about this before.
yeah.
I collected Bakugan. I like knew how to like play the Bakugan game. I'm pretty sure. Game of
Hmm.
quotes. I don't remember exactly how it works, but I feel like it was a weird like hybrid shit.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I I feel like I remember. Do you remember the Bakugan commercials? Like, I vaguely remember there was like some like commercial that.
Probably. I
Yeah.
remember Bakugan being like advertised. If you showed
Hmm.
me a Bakugan commercial, I'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, I definitely saw this." But off
Hmm.
the top of my head,
Yeah.
you don't say that, and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I feel
No.
like
No.
there's
No.
like a
I just
core
vaguely
memory
remember it.
trying to unlock when you say that, but I don't remember.
Yes,
Yeah. I know.
exactly.
I just like. I don't know why. I have this like extremely vague. If I see it, I'm like
Like you
100%.
say that, and I have like full confidence that I know exactly what you're talking about somewhere in
I'll
the
find
deep
it eventually.
recesses of my
I'll find it
brain.
and I'll be like, oh my god, this was my childhood. I remember watching this commercial in between like episodes of
I feel like
whatever.
I remember Bakugan being decent though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mostly am confident in that because I watched Bakugan as a slightly older, like kid slash young teenager,
Hmm.
whereas then I watched Beyblade as a literal fetus.
True.
Bakugan came out 2007. Yeah, it was at
Oh my
least
god.
I
Okay.
was
Yeah.
I was 12 when it came out then.
I
So
just looked up the Bakugan commercials. I definitely remember these. Like just the way that at least some of them, like the way that they end, where they like roll a bunch of Bakugan out and they pop
yep,
out. I remember this. They don't make commercials like they used to.
That's for sure.
I would agree with that. I
It's
don't know
just
what it is that commercials nowadays are missing though.
I think it's just a
It like
different
I just they don't feel the same.
yeah.
And I don't think it's just because I'm an adult. I
Well,
think that plays a portion, right?
no, but yeah,
But
because they're trying to appeal to when you watch commercials as a kid, they were trying to appeal to people like you. But now that
yes.
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm sure kids
But I
nowadays
also
yeah.
I don't think that's all that's different.
I mean, they're
I
definitely different.
almost feel like commercials when I was a kid were more like zany and random. Maybe is how I
Yeah, because
describe
I
it.
think that was just like the trend at the time. Like
Like I think commercials when I was a kid just did shit and I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
understand why, but I was like, "Oh, that's
yeah, yes,
crazy and kind of funny." And
yeah,
nowadays commercials like really try to go for like some sort of theme or something,
I feel
right?
like
yeah.
a
I think
lot
it's
of
just
them just kind of like get celebrities in them and like call it a day. Like, yep, we have
Yeah.
endorsement from big person.
Or
So
they're like
we
trying too hard to be like the super funny commercial,
yeah, some
right?
of them definitely tried too hard and then like kind of flop.
Or they have like their callbacks, like the Allstate dude, the
State Farm.
Mayhem.
Oh, okay,
No,
no.
no, no.
Allstate is the mayhem guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Mayhem guy. I mean, State Farm,
State
same.
Farm made
They
Jake
just have
From State Farm
recurring,
their entire personality,
yeah,
basically.
they just recurring characters that they always kind of just like roll with, and it's not really important whether because I kind of like the Mayhem commercials with that dude. They're not particularly good. I'm just like, okay, you found your gimmick, and it's like good enough for me.
How mad
But
do you
that
like think the
is what
original
it
Jake from
is.
State Farm has to be? That like he like made this big icon, and then eventually they're like, oh, let's just like make this a mascot, and he's just out there probably not getting like any money from that at
Was there
all.
an original Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, there's
Like it's
like
centered around one particular dude?
well, yeah, I mean there's the one commercial that just was funny to everyone, and so that became like
Yeah.
a popular thing. And eventually they made like the new Jake from State Farm as like an actual mascot type figure, like he has a Twitter account and everything.
it's crazy.
So like, just imagine like being the guy in that first commercial. Like you think it's
He didn't
weird,
make
it's like a
Yeah.
anything, but
one-off
then
thing, and then
yeah,
eventually it becomes something
yeah,
bigger. But you're just not part of that, even though
yeah.
you are like
Oh,
like the guy.
I'm sure that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder if they tried to make him the guy and he was just like, nope, this is too much.
At
Or
the time,
like was like asked for too much money. Or I think about like contract stuff like that, right? It'd be funny if there was like a big like contract dispute related to the Jake from State Farm thing, and that's the reason why
What
we
happened
have a
to the
new one.
old Jake from State Farm guy? Oh, after his role in the commercial, he left the job at some point. So I guess like maybe if he was still with the company, like they might have
Yeah,
gotten
fair.
him. Okay, I scrolled down and it's a Reddit thing. I didn't know where this was going. It said, "Where is Jake from State Farm?" It's like the other Jake moved into his home and took all of his stuff, and he died of starvation.
it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. R/commercials hate is like an insane, very specific niche.
It is a very particular niche.
Apparently, he's a bartender now.
Kind of hype.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this is just the AI overview for Google, so I don't really trust it because, this shit is, like, insane, but apparently this guy, uh, there's a rumor that he'd been killed by his wife. Like, what? It's so
What?
random. I don't know if that's true or not, because we know that Google's AI
We know
overview is
Google
not
AI doesn't make
exactly...
sense.
Yeah, like, if you look up who invented the backflip or whatever, it says John Backflip invented it, so it's, like, just kind of where we are
Amazing.
right now.
Oh yeah, the Google AI, like some of it, the answers are troll. I hate having to scroll past it every time when I search
It's
something because
like
I'm so
funny how watching it change with like because they put the Gemini thing on like YouTube, right? So YouTube live streams, and
Oh
I
yeah, it like gives you a summary, right, of like what's being said in the chat and stuff like that.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
it makes its summary off of like very recent messages
Yes.
only, and so it kind of like patchworks it together.
Right. So I mean, I
So
guess you
it's
as the
kind of
chatters can
funny.
manipulate it, right? Kind
Yeah,
of.
it's kind of funny to see what it says during the middle of a stream when it's like feels completely unrelated to whatever is going on.
Yeah.
I just looked at
I
the backflip thing again, and they removed it from the AI overview, but still at the very top of Google is a Quora post that says the first recorded backflip in history was in 1316 by Sir John H. Backflip. Just
John H. Back.
amazing.
so stupid.
Amazing. Oh,
Can you
all
imagine
right.
being the first guy to do a backflip though? Like you just kind of like do it, you're like, holy shit, like that was cool.
Discovered something amazing.
Holy fuck, what was that?
Well, he tried it from the front this time, and he like goes forward and breaks his neck or some shit. Actually, I imagine the front flip came first, and then the back flip.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably. I sounds about right.
I don't know. I can't ask Google because they're gonna tell me William front flip actually is the guy they say invented the front flip.
Oh,
So
not William Frontwood, bro. Not William Frontwood.
yeah, arch nemesis to John Backflip.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even. It says there isn't information about who invented the front flip, but here are tips to do it.
No, I'm
Did
good.
they get rid
Okay,
of
to
William
be fair,
Backflip or front flip? No, they did.
No,
Damn.
I'm too weak for that.
these have to be fake.
I used to have a friend that like could do them like very consistently, and I used to get so scared that he was gonna like hurt himself. I don't know. I just always get worried about that kind of stuff. It's
What is the fucking John backflip meme? Did just a bunch of people post that on like high SEO Google things, and that's how it became the result?
I guess.
Is
Yeah.
John backflip real?
No, John Backflip. It's like whenever you are like talking. It's like a common meme whenever you're talking about like just whoever like you don't
Yeah.
know the fucking name of like the
yeah, yeah. I
CEO
know
of a
what you're
company
saying.
or
Yeah.
something. So you just like give them the name John, like
Oh,
John L.
I see the William front flip joke.
Yeah, like John Dark Souls or something, and instead of like the actual creator of like Dark Souls, just shit like that, just stupid shit.
just funny.
Yeah.
What you're mentioning like the card like all the series with like a bunch of episodes of like card games that like
Hmm.
yeah, there's like I know like Duel Masters. I think we talked about this, but like there's some others that like I feel like I don't even really like.
I mean, there's like Vanguard. I've watched a bit of because I enjoyed Card Fight Vanguard.
Okay, oh yeah, I forgot.
Um,
I don't know why I
there's
forgot that.
like
That's like
Buddy Fight. I know of. There's
okay,
another Bushy Road.
okay, interesting. I haven't.
What are some other card game ones?
There's Wicross or whatever. I feel like I mentioned that
Yeah,
before. But like,
Wicross you talked about.
yeah, and then okay, yeah, Buddy Fight I forgot because that's
I
like
don't
a
personally know that much about Wicross, but
yeah, I don't know much. There's is Vice Schwartz. That's not a. I mean, I know it's a card game, but I
I
don't
mean
know.
that's a card.
Yeah, I don't think.
Calling it a card game is
Yeah,
perhaps a bit debatable, but
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I was just.
I mean technically it is, but like there are definitely people who play Vice Shorts, but
Yeah,
also
yeah,
a lot of it is novelty collecting, right?
yeah,
It the Vice Schwartz thing is they make like all of their like booster expansions and everything that they make are like super popular characters.
mm,
So it's like, oh, if you want to collect all the ReZero trading cards, like Vice Schwartz has them in like pretty high quality in this like new booster box that we're releasing,
right.
right?
Yeah,
Probably is a ReZero one for them.
I imagine they probably have one of a lot of things.
Yeah, they do have multiple ReZeros. They have a 2018, a 2020, and then there's a pre-order for Volume 3. Is that, I assume, coming out as an anime? Yeah, it's coming out in November. There you go.
amazing.
But
I
yeah, I mean, what I know of it, it's actually like a really like pretty good, well-balanced card game. It's just like the vast majority of people I know who have ever gotten any of those cards, including myself, is just because they have such like a wide variety of random things that you can collect.
yeah, the collabs with like other. I think Magic also did that, but like the collabs with other franchises, something that's really cool. I like always wish like for
There was
example you
a
had it.
when we were in LA, Vice Schwartz did a Hololive booster box.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
Daniel, I don't know if you were ever in the other hotel room when they were opening all the Vice Schwartz.
No, I wasn't.
It was disgusting. There was like thousands of dollars of trading cards in that room easily.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't in there. 'Cause
Um,
I don't give a fuck.
it was like probably one of the most degenerate things I've ever seen was that room of just like dozens of like super expensive booster boxes being opened by each person and then just like a bunch of fried chicken boxes that they ordered to eat for lunch while they were doing it.
Amazing.
Which is also like a funny they weren't doing it at the same time. It was just funny seeing like the two big things in there being like bunch of fried chicken and bunch of Vice Schwartz booster boxes.
Yeah, I saw that, and then there's some other collabs that I saw, but I didn't I can't remember which ones. But there were some other ones with other
There's
franchises.
a lot. They had
Yeah.
Quince was super popular for them. They have the Pandoris, which is the only one I've done. I mean, essentially, if you have a somewhat popular anime, Vice Shorts has probably done a at least one set for them.
Yeah.
The only reason like stuff like Bandori is done through Vice Shorts is because they have such a deep connection to Bushy Road.
Right. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know why like yeah, that makes sense.
I
um
think they're owned by Bushy Road.
yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
an Oshinoko set coming out next week.
Oh, that's base. That's base. Yeah. I'm just like if I don't like
The
like
love
it's just for me
tons
something
of love live sets. an Ayakashi triangle set, apparently, to give you an idea.
Oh, this, right. Yeah. 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 I think the collabs are cool. It's
See,
just
they announced a new Konosuba set, Bochi the Rock set,
holy.
Azure Lane, JoJo's has
Oh
a
no.
set,
The
the
gosh, the
Maiko
thing.
set, of course. It really is like, if you want trading cards for whatever random anime that you
Yeah.
enjoy, like this is the most likely place to
Yeah,
start.
100%. Yeah.
Is probably how I describe it. They certainly don't have everything, but
No, but they have a lot. I've seen like some friends of mine, they like collect those, and I've seen like binders full of them from like a specific franchise. Like,
I think they had
yeah,
like Dragon Maid. I remember seeing maybe
yeah, I
somewhere in
saw those. Yeah,
LA.
I'm like 90% sure I saw that. Yeah,
They're nice cards. They look nice. I just don't understand the game, and
yeah.
like
If I don't like the gameplay, I'm just like I feel like I'm not gonna.
there's something about the cards being like, my favorite characters
Yeah,
that's kind of like, I don't know if I would really get into the game because there's almost like a weird disconnect there.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Um,
Also, they released a new promo art for Mecha Ude and it looks so good.
did it?
Yeah.
When's it?
Shout out Mecha Ude. October.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sad that
Okay.
my like 15-minute conversation about Mecha
Oh, I
Ude
got lost in
is
the ether.
lost to
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But we'll
Uh,
just keep periodically mentioning it.
where is it? Okay,
Yeah.
October 4th. Okay, that's pretty close. That's fair. That's fair. So, that's not bad. Um, yeah, trying to think if there's anything. I guess like I have my let me find the exact date of it. Actually, I hope because I've been scheduling a couple things for the upcoming weeks. I got to make sure that my
Like finishing JJK so we can
no, I know, right? No, just like some
have our shonen ending
uh,
episode.
right, yeah, exactly. Okay, full shonen episode is unlikely, but let me
I mean, full shonen episode's fine as long as you don't care about My Hero spoilers.
true. Um, I'm trying to find the date of my freaking
Speaking of
movie.
shonen's ending, can we make an agreement here? Um, if the podcast ends before One Piece ends, surely we still do an emergency episode.
We can
What
randomly
comeback
come
episode?
Oh,
back
baby.
after
Yeah,
the final episode.
random comeback episode when One Piece has ended.
Can you imagine it ends in like 10 years, like we've all lost contact, World
We're
War III has
all, yeah,
started, like do we just meet up in a random city to so I can
yeah.
record a podcast
It's like,
episode after the
well,
world's ended?
this is what we need to do. I think it'd be kind of funny when you put it that way.
Okay, it's Monday, September 30th. Okay, yeah, that's when I'm watching the 20th anniversary of Howl's Moving Castle. So that's
Nice.
coming up for me, and then yeah,
I think I'm
I'm.
going kayaking that day.
Oh,
It's
there
not
you go.
really important. It's
No, I
just
mean
you brought up September 30th, and I'm going kayaking that day.
that's fair.
So I'm the type of adult that schedules things a month out in advance because
No,
it's
I'm
the
the
only
same
way.
way.
It's the only way to actually get things
It's true. It's true.
scheduled properly.
It's very true. No, I'm 100% the same way, and I like yeah, I'm very much like averse to like scheduling things spontaneously. It feels very hard for me. Like nowadays, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
I mean, like, if it works, I'm fine with
Yeah,
scheduling things spontaneously. It's just a lot of times
it just
it
doesn't.
just doesn't work.
Yeah, it feels like
Like you try and
it
it's
just to
like,
go
oh
right.
no, that's just not gonna swing.
Yeah, yeah, it feels hard for sure. But yeah, um, so that's coming up, and then I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, just keep watching JJ or not watching, reading JJK. I know I'm slow, but I'm gonna do it continuously at least. That's all. That's all I can guarantee.
Actually,
Yeah.
I remembered the thing I wanted to talk about earlier wasn't actually Alia. It's just something I also remembered. I have a hidden
Right.
third topic in my
Oh,
back
secret
pocket.
third topic.
Oh.
Yeah, so PK might have seen this since he's in the Sekai chat, but I had a realization the other day that like broke my existence. So, uh, my favorite character in Project Sekai and one of the characters in my top 25 is Kohene, who's voiced
Yes,
by
Daniel.
the Seiyu
Kohane's
Akina.
not real.
I know, but Akina is real, and she does covers on her YouTube sometimes,
Yes.
and she did one for a song called Shoujo Rei. Now, what Shoujo Rei translates to is Ghost Girl, but I probably knew in the back of my head that like Rei meant ghost, but I wasn't really thinking about it. But I knew Shoujo meant girl, so I wasn't thinking too hard about the title. And the song sounds like very upbeat. Um, but I had a realization the other day. So I was listening to the cover, and I'm like, you know what? I really like the way she does this. I'm gonna look up the look up the lyrics.
Look up the lyrics. Yep.
I regret looking
I,
up the lyrics.
Yep.
That song is like so it's so fucked up. I'm like, this isn't Project Sekai. Like what? I just find it very fascinating how so many like depressing dark Japanese songs are like very
Just
upbeat.
by anime girls.
I mean, but I'm like just very upbeat in like musically, like
Yeah.
instrumentally. I couldn't have told you this was. I should have known in the back of my head that something was wrong because they there are hints in there of like the more the dark nature of like what this is. Especially like the end of the song, like the music starts like glitching, distorted, and then you hear like a train crossing. And so obviously, I knew something was afoot. I didn't really think about it too hard. And then I like read the lyrics. I'm like, oh, this is like it's like all the like most terrible things that could possibly happen, all wrapped in one song. I'm like,
oh.
okay,
Yeah.
my cute voice say you can't possibly be saying these horrible things.
No, she do be saying those
She
things.
did say those things. I was not ready for it. Uh, but I guess kind of on the topic of Kone as well. I reshuffled. I already talked about my power rankings. I
Yeah,
don't know if
you
it was
did.
last week or not, but I did another reshuffle because I felt like it. Like
This
I
week? Oh, right. You did the little tournament thing.
yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
I did. I
I remember
wanted
there
to
was a
get rid
massive
of. Yeah, there was
rebalancing.
a big rebalance. So like
Yo,
I'm sitting
this is
there and I'm
great.
like, I've been too scared to move some of these like at all, and then like I know that there's some changes that need to be made, and so what I did was I had two different competitions on. It was a round robin between all of them. I didn't check it for consistency or anything. I just kind of like went with my gut instinct on each matchup, and this is kind of where we ended up.
I probably should do that for mine because I'm getting back to the point where it's like I need big rebalancing. Because, like, for example, I really like Toru from Dragon Maid, but right now I'm like looking at adding like Rin from Gichi Harem, and I'm like, I don't want to knock Iris out of my top 20, but if that's where Iris is, that's where Iris is, right?
Yeah. So
So now I'm like, should I just do a massive like rebalancing of the middle section?
Holy, this is crazy.
yeah. So I did a matchup between it was 11 to 25, and then I did a matchup between 1 through 10. I could have done like the entire thing, but I didn't feel like it, and I guess that probably wouldn't have taken much longer. But in fact, it would have taken. I well, no, it wouldn't have taken the same amount of time. But uh, yeah, basically where it ended up, as you can see, there's a lot of shifts everywhere except for the number one position, which I don't know if it will ever change. But yeah, there was a lot of movement, like, a lot of movement. Um, it's interesting. It's very it's very sad. Like you have these characters I like, but like obviously, two of them in these round robins have to lose every matchup because that's just kind of how it works in a way. Um, 'Cause somebody's got to lose all of them in order to make the numbers make sense. Because since I didn't do any ties, so I just kind of feel bad for these characters, but it's kind of where they ended up. Um,
Yeah, definitely think if I do mine, I'll like add some of the characters that I have like just off of the list too, and be like, you
yeah,
guys
and
can
like
have
the
a chance.
the
Like do
bubble,
like a top 30-ish.
yeah.
and then like obviously 25 are the only ones who get on the final product, but have like an extra 5 of various characters. Then I'm like, you guys could make it in like a just world where some of these other characters don't exist, so we're gonna give you a shot.
Yeah, it is interesting that I didn't do on the bubble. I mean, kind of. I just kind of had Anna from Makine sit at 26. I like Kumiko in first since Hibike is done already.
Yeah.
And Kumiko made it much higher than I would have expected. Like, she was on the 25, like, high list, and then, I did this reshuffle, and now she's at 16, so congratulations, you're firmly in the list, but some of them probably ended up higher than I would have expected. Maybe, I don't know if any of them ended up much, I don't know, Lena went lower than I would have expected, probably, but that's just kind of how it turns out. I think I knew from the very beginning that Ayumi from The World or Her was going to end up at 25, but it's not her fault. It's been when did that end?
It's been a while.
That ended in 2020. So yeah, that's kind of where that happened. So it's been a good 4 years basically since that ended. So I haven't had any content with this character. While literally everyone else on this list, I'm pretty sure, has had content in the time frame that, well, except for Shui, she didn't. But anyway, anyone else on this list had content in that time period. So it's very unfortunate for her. But I imagine the bottom 3 there will probably fall out at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, figure out who all I'm missing on here.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, after going through this, I feel like Inari from Medalist might, and she has a chance to hit the #1 slot one day, I think, if anyone. I don't know how much longer Medalist will go. I feel like that might be a big determining factor.
Okay, so she needs like a lot more content to
She needs, like, even
start
though she's at
number
#2, like the gap between 1 and 2, I don't know how big that is. But like
Okay,
I'll know if it gets crossed. But for right now, Cuthly stays my goat, and will probably stay there for the foreseeable future.
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, okay, that's all my topics.
No, that was. I was just like, because I remember like the past few power rankings you had, there's like 3 or 4 changes or something like that.
I mean, yeah,
Like
we
for
got,
most
we
of
got
them.
the big reshuffle here.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's like
Yeah,
every
I'm
one.
now you've inspired me. I'm preparing my own.
Oh
I
no.
have a list of 27 characters right now. Let me see if I have any new ones recently that deserve to compete. Let me put we'll revisit this next week. I'll have it ready. But I definitely have some characters that will now get a chance to reclaim their spots.
Yeah, I probably could have extended mine a little bit, but I didn't feel like it, so we just kept it.
Problem for me now is going to be remembering characters that I
have removed before.
have removed that
Oh right. Yeah.
would be able to be there.
Okay. That's fair.
Is there anyone from this season other than Rin? No. I don't think so. I do like Naori from Twins, but I don't think she's top 25 material.
I haven't watched
Probably
Twins
my
since episode 3. I can like feel in my heart that I'm gonna get back to it and I'm gonna fucking hate it by the end of it. I don't know why. I can
You
just,
think so?
I
You
think
think it just feels like one of those?
I think it's like oozing. Like I enjoyed like the first few episodes, but I could just feel like the trash emanating from the back half of it. I don't know.
Trash emanating
I
is
don't see how this story can go on for an entire season
An entire
and
season,
more
yeah.
without being like diabolical in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fair.
But I'll
trash
find that out
emanating.
eventually.
Oh that.
All right. I don't have Ciara on this, right? Forgot about that. She did get eliminated a long time ago. She can get a chance.
If only the rest of the podcast would watch our namesake, then you could know.
I know.
Yeah, true.
Feels
Or
bad.
like finish it.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get
one
replaced
thing
by
at a time. One thing at a time.
the first one to finish it doesn't get replaced by Moomy.
That's crazy.
Is that the stake?
Movies are host for these.
Yeah, I'll give him host, and I'll take a step back, and then like one of you will get replaced, and that's just
There we go.
it's gonna go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's your stakes.
It's crazy.
Those are some stakes. I think I'm gonna end up having a little more than 30 characters for this.
Yeah, we gotta create like 100 like 100-person bracket with like double elimination and stuff like.
You should have seen.
Well, I'm not gonna do all that.
Waters competition. I don't know how he did it, but he
went crazy. I do remember that.
Yeah, he took the matchup thing to a new level, to say the least. Like, he did like hundreds of matchups, and he's like, you should do that. I'm like, no, I won't be doing that.
Yeah, his was like, he took every like character that he could possibly put in like a top 100. It felt like
just to make a top.
And just to get a top 25.
I respect the grind. However, not where I am right now.
Yeah.
I remember I with mine I gave a random restriction where I was basically like, I don't want to have multiples from the same series.
I don't
because
really
like
having that either.
For example, obviously I have Ishtar / Rin. I've kind of combined them as just my fate character. Like there's a few exceptions where I have multiple from the same series, but for the most part, like I didn't want to just flood it with fate characters, for example, because I could, but that feels lame in the spirit of like a top 25, right?
Yeah. I mean, if there are your top characters, there are your top characters. Can't do anything about that. Yeah.
But I think like there are just some series that mean more to some people than other people, right?
Yeah.
Like Fate for me is an entirely different commitment than like Is the Order a Rabbit?
True. It's facts.
Because I play the Fate game daily.
Yeah. You gotcha, fiend. I got it.
It's time for them to make a Is the Order a Rabbit Fate spinoff, and then you have to watch.
Oh my gosh.
So
That'd
you
be
can
too
understand the lore.
There's like, as I'm going through characters, I'm remembering that there are like funny ones, like Mine from Bookworm. I love Mine, but like not in the same way as like most of the characters I put in top 25s, right?
Yeah.
Like Mine's just like a fun character I find interesting, but I don't like consider her a favorite character. I'll put Botan on there.
Yeah, I gotta see. I gotta. Did Water send a pic of his? I'll ask him.
It's a while ago. He can probably find it pretty easily.
I have it actually because I'm still on. He sent it when I was doing my reshuffle. He's like, "This is what I did." I'm like, "Okay."
Let me show you how to
I don't have like the full. This is like one screenshot, but I think you can tell the dedication.
It's 1/4 of the bracket, bro. It's how like the March Madness tournament has like the 4.
It's cracked.
Like this thing is insane. Like
what he
genuinely.
did
lost like 130
absolutely
matches. Bro,
crackhead.
this is too much.
Like, dude, this is hundreds of matches in this.
Is insane.
These are multiple tours too.
Yeah, like it's just tour 3, as you can see.
Like this is just tour 3.
Bruh, I'm out.
It's so funny. I forgot that he did the tours thing. He put them in entirely separate things.
I have no idea. He had to there's no easy way to do this. I feel like he had to just do it manually. Like there's no. Like I used challenge, yeah, to do like a round robin thing, so I can just easily pick. But like,
maybe he wrote a program.
I don't know what he did, but he put it all in a fucking spreadsheet. So I think it might have just been manual.
There's probably a way to make it efficient. I don't know.
I don't know.
Programming a tournament for like the top waifu is insane. It's a dedication.
It's a little insane.
Yeah. Nah. I
It fits because you like some insane characters, like genuinely like war criminals
like who?
with cute faces. Hold on.
He does have. It is really
Hello?
funny because like Water and I, at sometimes have like a lot of the same favorites, and then he also has some that just go entirely off the grid.
If I cannot remember this person's name from Vexations. Now I need to look it up. I feel bad. I think it starts with an
Or you
S.
don't remember the waifu, bro?
Yeah,
Right.
Sakura. Okay, I had to remember what a fucking S name it started with.
I think I have my full list. So now we go to challenge and
Oh my
see.
gosh.
We see how many.
Dude, let's
Do
go.
I have to? Do I have to?
This right here, it's a face of a war criminal. But
The Spy Family?
what?
What show is this?
This is
Or not Spy
Vexations.
Family. Yeah, that makes sense too. I was thinking Spy Classroom when I said
Oh,
that,
this. Okay.
but
I mean, there's some war criminals in there too, but don't get me wrong. But
Holy. Yo, Arc 5, let's go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Represent.
yeah, this is the resident war criminal of the spy room class.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. I remember. I started the show and I just like didn't like it that much. So
I like season
yeah,
2 a lot.
I was okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I just remember
I have
this,
an incomplete tournament.
bro. What?
What was this?
We got to do a challenge tutorial. I think
It's from November 2022.
that's insane.
What were they playing?
I don't know. I remember that we had an AMQ tournament we never finished.
Oh my gosh.
I also have an FBL one that I never actually played. I just made it to make schedule.
I feel like I have so many challenge tournaments
I
saved that
definitely
it's like,
do just make them.
yeah. I feel like I'm trying to figure out features and like trying to get everything right. So I just make one, and I don't know. I feel like I have a bunch that are just like stuck there.
I
They
feel
don't
like
have.
there's definitely like I probably don't need to put my top 10 in this. I don't need to put my top 12 in this. I think
Or are you
everyone
just doing like
below.
like everything below?
I think everything below top 12 is where a reshuffle. Because like top
Yeah.
10,
I'm sure Daniel thought the same, and then
yeah,
I mean, I just
top
did
10.
first 10 and then 11 through 25, just like keep
Yeah,
it
I mean I could
separate
do
in
my
order.
12. I could do my top 12, but I don't think my top 12 have changed any
yeah.
recently. Like I actively changed the top
Okay, okay,
when it
fair.
like makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's the bottom stuff that I'm like now I kind of feel like I should
Yeah, usually I don't change anything.
reshuffle.
That's why I did a reshuffle,
Yeah.
just to like more or less get people into better position.
I just mean the game or sport being played.
I put anime girls. Actually, I don't know if I put anything in there. I don't know if it let me type in anime girls.
It has like a required thing, but I'm like maybe it'll just let me.
I don't remember putting anything in there. Like, I don't think it matters.
Oh, it definitely wants me to put something in there. Fishing.
There you go.
Fishing.
Fishing is insane.
Fishing.
That's one way to do it.
Now it's been a while since I've set one of these up. So now I should be able to paste a participants list. Yes, this looks correct.
Wait, how many do you have after cutting out the first 12 or whatever?
It's
Total?
27. So in
Oh,
total, I
30.
have 39
Sure.
potential competitors.
Right. Okay.
Some of those are not the same as others. I have like Ayano from Kazuno Stigma on there, for example, who I like and I feel like should be on there, but like she's not going to be a top 25. She's there out of respect. Okay, I have made
Oh my goodness.
the tournament. Check out the bracket.
Is it just like single elimination in this, or is it Swiss or?
It is round robin.
Okay, fair. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm going to have to go through 27, 26, 27 rounds, yeah.
Yes.
27 rounds, yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot.
All right, this will be interesting. Because there's some interesting ones there. Like, I have some that I'll really have to think about. Because, for example, I have, in the first round, this is a fun one. I have Shinoa Haragi from Seraph at the End, who I really like. But I haven't, like, experienced Seraph at the End in a long time, right?
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, she hasn't done anything for me lately, and then I have Karane from 100 GFs, who is like very new girl
Recency
syndrome.
bias. Recency bias. You gotta.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's like,
To be fair, the
who
show's only
knows?
a year since it aired, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
who
think you get
knows?
as much recency bias at this point.
I read a decent amount of it too.
I think
I'm
it's
not totally
closer
caught up.
to memory bias. I mean, I guess technically that's recency bias in a sense.
I think recency bias when it's like a year versus a decade is
Decade is crazy.
very
Yeah.
valid, right?
Yeah.
Um, but that's an example, right? That could be an interesting type of matchup because who knows?
I guess you do by era. You know, like the past. Yeah, like the past 2 years versus.
Is there
Yeah.
an easy way? Okay, I see. So if
Let's
I
go.
go to the first matchup, is there like I pick a winner? I'm still gonna give it to Shinoa, but there's not like an easy way that I can just like go one by one and then
Well,
just
you
like arrow
kind of
key
can.
over.
You like click on them. You don't have to put a score or anything. You just like say the winner and then go on. You still have to go through
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
couple clicks, but it's not like super slow.
yeah. I see.
All right. However,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
our
we're
viewers go through
definitely.
an entire round robin
Yeah.
of
This could take a
27
while.
rounds, and so we're far enough in. We can just end the episode here. If you did enjoy this episode, like, comment, subscribe, rate 5 stars, whatever platform you're on. If you're on the audio only side of things and you'd like to go to the YouTube, then Is the Order an Anime Podcast? We are the only one. From the YouTube to the audio only, once again, Is the Order an Anime Podcast? Can't possibly miss us. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. EST, without fail, except for when we do, there will be a new episode out for you to enjoy. So, once again, thank you for listening, and we hope to see you in another episode. Thank you, and goodbye.